Okay, hi everyone. Hi, hello, welcome. We are finally live. So, hi everyone. We are MSc Education and welcome to our very first Python YouTube live edition. I would like to thank everyone here today for taking their time and effort out of your day to join us. And I hope that by the end of the lesson, you would have learned something valuable indeed. So, with that, let us begin. So, let us move on to some quick introduction about myself. So, my name is Akash Supia, but you guys can call me Teacher Bob. And I have a bachelor's in computer science and proficient in programming language such as Python, Java, and R. And finally, I have a vast experience teaching children and teenagers. Now, before we begin the class, let me give you some reminders for all of you to constantly keep in mind throughout this session. Firstly, this session will be around 1 hour long. That means the expected ending time for this lesson will be around 3 p.m. Next, once we have officially started the lesson, you are asked to follow and repeat my instructions to build your very own Python program on the website called trinket.io. So I've given the link of the website in chat. I'm sure you guys also have gotten the link of the website, but do not worry, later on I will also show you the website. So the website is called trinket.io. Third, if you ever require any help or have any questions or any answers, feel free to use the live chat function. However, due to the delay, I won't be able to answer the live chat immediately. However, my moderators will be there to answer any questions. But please do use the live chat and do join us in talking and creating discussions, asking questions, and answering answers. Okay? Fourth, at the end of the lessons, we will announce a Python competition. So do keep your eyes out for that because they are prizes to be won at the end of the day. So make sure to pay attention and do compete in the competition to win that prize. Now, let us start talking about Python, shall we? So, I have a question for everyone here. What exactly is Python? Does anyone know? Or anyone have any idea what Python is? If you do, please do write down the answers in chat. So, anyone? Okay. Alright, yes, okay, and yes, so Python is a high-level programming language, which means that you're able to write complete and independent program using Python by its own. Next, it's also a general-purpose programming language, meaning it's very versatile and has many uses in all kinds of industries. And finally, it's a very easy to learn and easy to read like programming language and possesses a relatively simple syntax. This means that when learning language, you have a much easier time learning this language compared to other programming languages such as Java or C++. So that's why I personally think, I and many other people personally think that Python is a great beginner language for anyone. Now, let us look at the actual reasons on why we think you should learn Python. First, first off, Python can be used to program all kinds of different applications, as Python can be used to read and create directories, graphic user interfaces, or APIs, and much, much more. Next, Python is also an excellent language for data visualization. Since it's open source and is able to access many graphing libraries, you're able to create many good graphs, pictures, and many ways for you to visualize your data. Next, Python is also one of the best languages currently for AI and machine learning, and it's a favorite among data scientists. So who here have heard of AI and machine learning? Do type in chat that you have heard it. And yes, if you are very interested in AI and machine learning, Python is a great, very good language to start learning, so you can do and enter that field. Okay. Next, while Python may not be the best programming language for game development, it is actually a good language to help introduce to you the concepts of how to create a game. So perhaps later on, if you see yourself as a game creator, you might try to start learn Python, so you get some basic concepts. But yeah, do keep in mind, Python is not the greatest language to learn game development, but it is a good language to learn to introduce you to game development. Next, Python is also a great language for data analytics due to the tons of library it has access to, such as Pandas or NumPy. I personally am a data specialization student, so that's why I personally use Python a lot in data analytics. And finally, Python can also be used to create web and mobile applications. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, we have many use cases for Python. So if you're interested in any of these fields, please do stay tuned and perhaps consider learning Python. Okay? Now, enough of talk. Let us actually try to do some Python projects. Shall we? So what Python project should we do? So, have you guys ever played rock, paper, scissors? Anyone? I think in Malaysia, we call it scissors, paper, stone. Yeah, but I think the official name is rock, paper, scissors. So rock, paper, scissors. So anyone has ever played a game before? So if you do, please type it in chat. Do type in what you like. Remember that this currently there's a delay with me in live chat, so I won't be able to directly respond. But please do talk in live chat with your friends, and our moderators will be there to help you. Okay? So yeah. So anyone have played rock, paper, scissors? I'm sure many of you guys have played this traditional childhood game since young. And personally, it's a favorite game of mine to play with my friends when we are bored or when we want to choose options or see who is right or settle scores. Right. However, due to the current pandemic, we can't really play rock, paper, scissors with our friends, can we? You know, it's not the same, right? So why not we actually use Python to program a simple rock, paper, scissors game? So what do you think? I think it's a perfect way to show the abilities of Python by programming your own rock, paper, scissors game. So that's what we will do today, okay? So yes. So for those who have not heard the game of rock, paper, scissors, basically, at each round, you are asked to select rock, paper, or scissors. Okay, and these are the choices you have. And depending on what choice you have, you either beat, tie, or lose against the other types. So, let's see here, based on the graph. As you can see, scissors cuts paper. As such, scissors wins against paper. However, scissors loses against rock. Next, paper beats rock but loses against scissors. And finally, rock loses against paper but beats scissors. So don't worry if this concept is new and it's still confusing. We will revisit this page again and again while doing the program, so you have a good reminder on the rules of scissors, paper, stones. Okay, and with that, let us start programming our Python project. So for those who do not know, please go to the trinket.io website to start programming. So we'll be using an online compiler because I do expect some of you guys have not heard or have not installed a normal IDE, so don't worry, we'll use an online compiler. Okay, so now let me check the chat, see how you guys are going. Yes, okay. Okay, yes, everyone's doing good. So yeah, so sorry. As you can see, the stream is a bit delayed, so I can't respond to you real time, but my moderators will be there, and I guess I can see you guys are enjoying and talking a lot in chat, so that's very good. So yes, I've seen many guys answer yes to have been playing rock, paper, scissors, of course, right? So let us start programming the rock, paper, scissors, shall we? So let us go to this website, trinket.io. As you can see, I'm already at the website. and I prepared my own program for rock, paper, scissors. So to start the program, it's very easy. All we have to do is go and click this run button at the top corner here. See this run button? Let's click run. And as you can see, the output will be to the right hand side and here. So the output states, this is a rock, paper, scissors game. Please write if you want to use rock, paper, scissors. So through here, we can click this thing here. See, it's blinking right here. And we can insert what is our choice. We can type in rock, we can type in paper, we can type in scissors. So let's try something. Let's try paper. And yes, so I've chosen paper and it states here, we have chosen paper. And hope after completing the rock, paper, scissors, the computer decides that it is a tie because both of us has chosen paper. So yes, that's the game. So let's restart again. Let's try to run. This time, let's try to choose rock. And yeah, look at that, I've won. So see, as you can see, the game, the compiler states that I've chosen rock. And currently, it decides that I have won because the computer chose scissors. So since rock beats scissors, I win. Okay, so of course, you can write other stuff like I can use gun, yeah. But as you can see, it's an invalid input. The computer will say, hey, that's legal. You're not allowed to use that actually, you know. So it only accepts the inputs of rock, paper, scissors. And if you actually do choose a different option, like gun, like I did here, then the computer will be like, wait, hold up, that's invalid. Please restart. Okay, so let's try again. This time we put in scissors. Let's try in SCISSOR. And yes, look, I won. The game chooses, I chose scissors and the game chose paper. So that is how our simple rock, paper, scissors game would be. Okay, can guys? Can yes? So yeah, so don't worry about the code. Yes, I've written the code already. So what I'll do, I'll create a new trinket and we will rewrite the code again. Can? No worries, can? Yes, yes. So let us start creating, or let us learn how to create this project, shall we? So to create a project, just click on your name here if you have an account and click on new trinket. Click on Python. Okay. So now as you can see, we have access to a new Python trinket. This is where we can write our new code. Okay, guys? How's everyone going so far? Okay? Okay. So yeah. So first, let us learn about a function called print. So who here have heard of the print function? I'm sure many people who have not even learned programming have heard of the print function. So it's very simple. Do the print function. All you have to do is write print like this. Print, open up your curly brackets and write in whatever you want to print. So what does the print function does? The print function prints out a specific message onto the screen. Now, if you want to print words, you will have to put quotation marks. And inside this quotation mark is where you will write the words that you want to print or display. For example, if I want to print out, hello, my name is Bob, I can open up the quotation marks first, like this. Write in, hello, my name is Bob. Once I'm done, I will go and click run. And ta-da! As you can see, the output states, hello, my name is Bob. So print is useful for us to print out a specific message or display a specific message. Can? So it's very simple. Type in print, open your brackets, open your quotation marks, and write in any words you want. Okay? So how's everyone so far? Can? Okay, yes, guys, good. Can? Okay, so now, that's the print function. Next, let us learn what is a variable. Okay? So who here have heard of a variable? Variable. Anyone? Anyone heard of a variable before? Yes? Good, okay, yes, yeah. So, don't worry, you've not heard of a variable before. A variable is basically words that we give value to. Okay? For example, if I write x equals to 3, basically means I created a variable called x and given it a value of 3. What this means is currently, this x variable equals to 3. So to display the value, what I can do, I can type in a print, see, print. I can type in x here. So if you notice, if I'm printing a variable, I don't have to actually use the quotation marks. You see here, see? So, question guys, if I type in print a bracket X, what do you think will be displayed here? Anyone? Anyone have any ideas? What do you think will be displayed if I type in print bracket X? Yes, so good job, Keith. Yes, you have heard. Yes, no, look, Kong Sang, don't worry, I will share with you what it means. Okay, Manli's, don't worry, Manli, I will also share what it is. Okay, so yeah, so anyone can guess? If I type in print X, what will be the output? And let us do this though. Let's type in print, and this time use quotation marks X. Okay, so we'll delete this. So yeah, guys, what do you think will be the output if we put in print X without quotation marks and print X with quotation marks? Can you guess, guys? 3, yes, yes, I see number 3. And as you can see, ta-da, yes, if you put print without quotation marks, it prints out 3, but you print X with quotation marks, it prints X. That's because with the quotation marks, what you're basically doing is printing out the character X, while without the quotation marks, we print out the value of X, which is 3, as we have stated here. So this is how you can create a variable. It's very simple. All you have to do is put in the name of the variable, put in the equal icon, and put in the value of what your X wants to be. Okay, guys? So now, let us start actually creating our project, shall we? Okay, so how's everyone so far? Everyone understand? Yeah, so yes, good job Manish, good job Lo Kong Sang. Yes, correct. Without the quotation marks, it will be, with quotation marks, it will just be X. So very good, guys. Very good. You guys are following very well. So now, let us actually start creating a program. So as you've seen previously, first we had the program display. What kind of game is this? So to start, let's type in print, and let's write down the instructions that we want. So let's write in, this is a rock, paper, scissors, mark here, scissors, game. Okay, shall we? So now when we press run, the program will tell us this is a rock, paper, scissors game. Now, remember previously, we had the computer accept our input, or what I mean basically is the computer allows us to write down our answer, or which choice we want to pick. Remember that? So, to perform that, what we have to do is use the input function. Okay? So to use the input function is very easy. First, create a variable that will equal to the input function. So that, let's say I want whatever I type to be called user. So let me type in user. And similarly, like a variable, I'll put in the equal. Can? But instead of equaling the variable user to a value such as 3 or 4, right? What I'll put now is type in input. So I use the input function. Then I open up the brackets here. Okay, so what this bracket means here is brackets allows us to write down a prompt, which means it will ask the question or display its message before accepting the value of user. So if that doesn't make sense, let me show you firsthand. Okay, so write in user, that means my input function will be called user, and I want it to display please write, or please choose. Okay, please choose rock, paper, or scissors. Okay, so if I run this, I'll show you here. So what I do, it'll print out what I have written here. So this is the prompt. This is where you write the prompt. And after that, you see this mark here. Then it will allow us to actually write down what we want to give the value of a user. Okay, so let's say I write here scissors. Now, what would that mean is that I've made user equal to scissors. So let me show you back again. So after this, I'm going to put in a print, and this time I'm going to print out the value of user. So then it will display what is the value I have written here. Can? Guys, can? So let me run again. So first, you print out the line of this is rock, paper, scissors through our print line here. And next, using the function of input, it will ask us, please choose rock, paper, or scissors, right here. And then it will allow us to actually insert a value. So let's say I write in P-A-P-E-R. Ta-da! As you can see, it then prints out the value of user, which previously I've written to be equal as paper. See? So of course, currently now there's no filter. So let's say I run the program again, and instead of writing rock, paper, scissors, I can choose gun. Okay, gun, see? And it'll still write gun here, see? So don't worry. So don't worry about the filter and this. We'll still continue with this. Okay, no worries. So now that we have put in the input function, how's everyone doing so far? Ken? So yeah, Moonli, which part you don't understand? Is it the input function? So no worries. The input function basically is a way for us to get the value of a variable based on the input of a user. So previously, as you see, if I want to give a variable a value, all I have to do is name the variable like x and write the value of 3, correct? However, let's say if I want x to have the value of whatever the user or me, mind typing, to be. So that means I don't pre-program the value of x. Really. I want x to be a value that you set by yourself. Okay? So if that's the case, or that's something you want to do, you have to use the input function. Okay? So to do the input function is very simple. First, name the variable you want to name, equal to, put in input, and open up your brackets. So what's inside this bracket will be the prompt that the program will display before asking you to input the values that you want to put in for user. Does that make sense? Let's see it run. Let's say I want user to equal to 3. I can type here 3. And ta-da! Since it now in next it print out the value of user, it prints out the value of 3. Make sense? Can? Manly, silakan, is it? So Vincius, good job for understanding. So don't worry. Yes. So yes, that's how our input is. So basically, we use the input function if you want the value of a certain variable to be up to us or up to the user who's using the program to change. Okay. So you can see, you want value of 3. I type in 3 here, and now the value of user is 3. Okay. So now let us continue on. Don't worry. So now let's say I want to actually display what is the choice that you've chosen. I can do print, type in the custom message I want. For example, you have chosen, and next, I want to write here the value that I've chosen. So to do that, I have to write down this right first. So the string here first, which basically states a custom message you have chosen, and put in plus the name of the variable that I want to display. So it will be user. So what this means is that in this print line here, or what I choose display, it will display 2 different lines. First will be a custom line. First will be a set line called you have chosen. Then it will also print out the value of user. So let me show you how it works. Okay, so let me run this program for now. So let's say I set the value of user to paper, P-E-P-E-R. It will then print out you have chosen, which will always be there. It will set since we have written here. Net plus also prints out the value of user, which is paper. Make sense? This line here. So this is how we combine to print out 2 different values in one line. Can we use in the plus icon? Can guys? Can? So let me try again. Let's say I want to print out you have chosen hello. So what I have to do is make user equals to hello. So when they ask me this question, here to input the value of user, I type in hello, and ta-da! You have chosen hello. So this is how we can actually print out a variable that we have stated previously. Okay? Can? Okay. I assume all can? Can? Mundi, I think she fine now. Yes? Can? Okay. Good job, Senong. Now, let's just go to the next line. Okay, now that we have already found the way to actually select or choose an option, which is rock, paper, scissors. Remember, I put rock here. Now the computer will register my choice as rock. Let us find a way to actually program the computer to choose an option, shall we? And for that, we have to use a library called random. Okay, guys? So yeah, just to explain again, we have now explained how we can pick a choice, which is rock, paper, scissors. Now let us program for the computer to pick a choice. Okay? Now, to allow the computer to choose between rock, paper, or scissors, we are going to have to import a library called random. Okay? So to import the library is very simple. We go to the start of our program here and type in import the library name. So since the library called random, we type in random. So I know some people will be asking the question, what exactly is a library? Well, a library is basically a chunk of pre-written code that we can borrow for our program. Okay, and these libraries contains different kinds of models and functions that we can use. This library contains different types of modules and functions that we can use once we have imported the library. Okay, so for example, now we want the computer to choose randomly between rock, paper, scissors. As such, we have to import the library called random. And inside this library, it contains different modules and functions that we can use to allow the computer to pick a choice. Okay, so if it is all seems confusing, don't worry. Just observe, see what I do, and you will see, and you will understand. Don't worry, okay? So now once we have actually imported the library, to import the library, we can type in import random. Let us actually use the library that we have imported. Okay? Okay? So it's very simple. Use the library we imported. It's very, very simple. Ensure first that you have imported the library of random. Okay? Then, what you're going to write first of all is you're going to create a variable to equal the choice of the computer. So for now, user stores our choice, which is rock, paper, scissors, or whatever you write. Let us create a variable to store the computer's choice. Make sense? Okay? Okay? Okay. So, to do that, let us name the variable com. So since our choice is user, we will name the computer choice com. Don't worry, the name is entirely up to you, but I'll put com here. And I'll equal it to random.ranIn and type in 1, 3. So as you can see, I written a bunch of code that you might not be familiar with. Okay, but don't worry, I will explain and break down the code for you. So what does random.ranIn means? First of all, it means that using the library of random, which is the library we imported previously, right? Okay, I use the method called ranIn. So what ranIn basically is, or the short form for, is random integer. Okay, then I open up the bracket. So each time you use the function, see here, I use function input, right? You always follow it up with a bracket, a curly bracket. Okay, so inside my brackets, you write what we call parameters. So the parameters you write inside bracket depends on the function. Sorry, depends on the function. Okay, so for this one, what does 1, 3 means? 1, 3 basically means that picks a number between 1 and 3. Make sense? So what this line of code basically means is that choose a randomly between 1 and 3. So it's like a random number generator, but its range is 1 to 3. If I change, let's say 1 to 2, then it will be 2 to 3. So the range we have is up to what we write here. So let's say I want the range to be 1 to 3. I put in 1, 3. Okay? So yeah, what you have done, we have called the library of random. And inside random, we have used the function called ranInt. R-A-N-D-I-N-T, with the short form for random integer. Okay? And using that, inside that, we put in 1, 3. So now, what we'll do now, let me put line print, see? Now let's see what does com equal to, okay? So I'll print out the value of com. And as you can see, first we put in our value first, 1. So what that means is that each time you run the program, the variable com will have a random value of 1 to 3. Can? Okay. Yes, can? Good job, Muhammad Khairul. Good job, good job. So now, next. Now that we have made the variable com to equal to now we have made the variable com equal to a value randomly between 1 and 3. Let us assign what does 1 means, what does 2 means, and what does 3 means. Okay? And to do that, we have to use something called conditional statement. Also, if you guys are confused with this line is called a comment. So this line is more towards for you to understand what the code means. If you put in a hashtag, the program will not read the code. So this hashtag here is just more for you to help you understand the code. Okay? So this line here I written here won't actually be read by the computer. Okay? Now, let us actually use something called conditional statements to give value to 1, 2, and 3. So to do that, it's very simple. Type in if, okay, com, double equals to 1, open up your double dots, enter. So what this means is that because when you run the program, the variable of com will have a random value between 1 and 3. If the value is 1, we will set com to equal to rock. Does that make sense? So now we have set 1 to rock. So at this start of the program, the variable com will have a random value between 1 and 2, 3. So it will be 1, 2, or 3. And if by chance the value comes 1, it will equal to rock. Can? Can guys? Can? Oh no, for the hashtag thing, it's just something called comment. Okay, so you don't have to put it. It's just more for you guys to understand what the code means. Can? Okay, can guys? So let me talk about the syntax I use here. So as you can see, I've used 2 equal here, but 1 equal means. So 2 equal, okay, and right here, 2 equals to if value is similar. Okay, is similar. So what it does, it compares and checks if comp equals to 1. 1 equals to change the value. So this line will check if comp equals to 1, and this value will make comp equal to the value rock. So now, if comp equals to 1, it no longer equals to 1 equals to rock. Make sense? So we have assigned 1 equals to rock. Okay, so that's the maths, where you have multiple equals, like x equals to y, for example. Now we make 1 equals to rock. Can guys? Okay, next. Let's go to next line. Oh, sorry. Let's go to next line. My bad. Okay, let's go next line here. Okay, now that we've made 1 equal to rock, let us make the other numbers equal to other values, which is paper and scissors. So go to next line, and very important, ensure that there's no indication for next line. So indentation is basically the spaces you see here. See? So this indentation basically means that this code will only run if this line above here is true. Okay? Next line, we put in ELIF. Okay? Else if. So what this means basically is else if. That means if this is not true, then compares again. So yeah, again, this is not true, compares again. Else if com instead equals to 2, open bracket again. So let's go like that. Yes. So next, this line checks if com equals to 2. So first, it will check if 1. If 1 is false, it will go to this line and check if com equals to 2. So yeah, if com equals to 2, what do? v1 com 2 equal to paper. So very simple, similar to the line 10, com equals to paper. Okay guys, so far do you guys understand what's happening here? What we have said is currently we have assigned the value of 1 to rock and assigned the value of 2 to paper. So this line of code, or it's called conditional statements, will check, first of all, what is the value of comp. So remember this line 7, will give comp a random value between 1 and 3. And this line of code will check what value has been assigned, and based on that value, it will give it a new value, which is either rock, paper, or scissors. Can guys? Yes, can. I see a lot of can there. Good job, guys. Can. Okay, so guys, so don't worry about the comments. The hashtag is just for your information. Okay, the hashtag, you don't have to write it. It's just for your information. It's called a comment. So it's more like a, it's something that the code won't read, but you can read. Okay, it's more like a language that we give for you only, not for the computer. Okay, next. Finally, now we have given rock. Now we're given paper. To end the conditional statement loop, we put in a an else. So else basically means is that, if statement 1 is false and statement 2 is false, then if all is false, go to this statement. Else com will equals to scissors. So now let me explain what this code means. Okay, line 7 will give the variable com a random value between 1 and 3, and line 9 to 14 is responsible to check what value that has been assigned to com, and depending on that value being assigned, it will give it the value of rock, paper, or scissors. Okay, so if the variable com equals to 1, com equals to rock. If the variable com equals to 2, it will be given the value of paper. And if all the above is false, that means it's 3, because that's the only other value that com can be. It will equal to scissors. Okay? So this is what you call an if-else conditional statement. Can guys? Yes, can guys? I see a lot of yes. Can? I don't know. So don't worry about it. I see a lot of yes in the chat. So I assume you guys understand, guys. Can guys? So remember, just to repeat again, line 7 makes the variable com equals to a random number between 1 and 3. Line 9 to 14 checks what value has been assigned to com and assigns it a new value, either rock if it's 1, paper if it's 2, and scissors is all above is false or it's 3. Guys, can? Now that we have actually written or fully written our project, let us create a function so that we can actually call the function to actually perform the game. Okay, so now we have gotten ways to get our choice, which is this code here allows us to choose our choice, which is what we write, and this code here allows the computer to choose its choice. So now let us actually program the game where the computer will see who has won depending on what choice has been chosen. Okay, this will be based on this slide. So now we want to program to check if you've chosen what, did we win or did we lose or did we die? Can guys? Okay, so now let's program the interactions between choices. Okay, so to start, let us create a function called play. So what the function is a block of code that we can write for now, and it won't run unless we choose it to run. Okay, so let me, if that doesn't make sense, don't worry. To start creating a function is very simple. Type in def, define, okay, and type in the function name. So let's say I want the function to be called play. I type in play here, and like this. That's all. So what this means is I created a new function play, and this function of play will equal to whatever code I write here. But as you will see later on, all the code that you write here has an indentation at the start. So whenever the code has indentation here, this means that this code all down here belongs to this function here. Okay, so now we're writing our own function called play. So what is the function? Previously, we have actually used some functions like print and random, the rand in. Okay, so now let's create our own function, guys. Can? Oh yeah, ELIF is basically else if. Okay, ELIF is else if. So let me write here. ELIF, yeah, it means else if. So it's like if, else if. Okay, so if com equals to 1, do this. Else, that means like if it's not 1, but it's 2, put this. So we have 3 words we can use for the if conditional statements: if, else if, and else. So else is if is for the first statement. Else if is for statement 2 to all the way to the second last. and else is the last statement. Okay, guys? So let's say I have more statements. I'll continue using else if. If it's the first, I use if. If it's the last, I use else. Okay, guys? So now let's type in a function. Okay, so now, first, I want the computer to check if both of us got a tie. So what is the scenario if both the computer and I got a tie? The scenario will be both of us have chosen the same value, right? So what we can do, we put in a same thing, the if, and else statements. Check if, okay? User, which is the variable of our choice, user, equal, that means it equals to or is similar to com. Okay? Print, it's a tie. Okay? So what this line means is, this line of code will check if both of us have chosen similar choices. That means, let's say if I type in rock and the computer has also chosen rock, then it will print out it's a tie. Okay? So let's show, so it has shown it is a tie. So let's write down what the tie is. So we put in both have chosen. So you print out this, close question marks, and put in plus com. So what this means that you print out the value of what is chosen. So this value will be same as user because both are equal to. So what this if statement means is that if both of us, if user, which is us, and com, which is the computer, has chosen the same choice, could be rock, paper, or scissors, the computer will print out a line saying it's a tie, both have chosen, and it print out the choice that we have chosen. Can guys? Yes, okay, yes, I see a lot of yes, correct? Yes, guys, correct? Okay, again? Okay, next. Now, after the first line of code, remember, go back to the same line as if. Okay, remember, now we're going to the next statement. What do we use? Do we use if here? Do we use else here? Or do we use else if, which is ELIF? What do you guys think? So this is not, remember, this is not our last line of code, but this is our middle code, or middle line statement. So what do we use? Do we use if now? Do you use else if? Or do you use else? If you answered else if, you're correct. So we use now else if. So this is the way for us to check second scenario. Okay? Else if we, the user, have chosen rock and the computer has chosen, let's say, paper, that means who will win? If we chose rock and computer chose paper, who do you think will win, guys? Who do you guys think will win? Or make sure, remember, don't forget to put in the question marks, okay? Because it's a string, okay? So now we're checking if the user have chosen rock and computer has chosen paper. Next line. What do you think? Who do you think will win, guys? Print. Who will win? Let's look back into our interactions, and as you can see, paper beats rock. So the computer will have win, right? So we write here, you lose. Okay. Next, that's right. Let's type in what we have chosen. So you chose. Remember, now you want to add in what we chose. So we go outside the quotation marks, put in the plus here, and insert our variable, which is user. You have chose this one. So since user equals to rock, you print out rock here, plus here. While the computer has chosen, space again, and now to get the value of the computer that has chosen, we put in com here. Now, so what this line means is that if by chance we have chosen rock while the computer have chosen paper, you print out you lose. You chose user. So what does user mean? User means rock in this scenario, while the computer has chosen, in this scenario, paper. Okay, so this is a way that you can dynamically get the values of a variable. You can also just write down a straight line, like you chose rock while the computer has chosen paper. Chose paper in one straight line in one quotation. Of course, you can do this. It's same thing. However, it's not dynamic. It's very simple, of course, but you still can do this, of course. So it's up to you. You can choose to write this. So this way, you just print out a set statement. That means you lose. You chose rock or computer chose paper, or you can choose to do what I did previously, just like this. See, where based on what you have chosen and what the computer has chosen, the print line will be changed. Okay, guys? Okay, so I will use both ways, so you see that the output is almost similar. Okay, guys? Can? So Moonly, Trinket is an online compiler we use to program Python. Okay, guys? Okay, guys, can? So yeah, so imagine like a compiler is basically something that understands the language of Python. That's a compiler. So Trinket is a website we use to program Python since it understands Python. Okay, guys? Can? Okay, next. Let's write in the next else if statement. So now we have written a statement of if I chose rock and computer chose paper. Now let us choose in the writing statement of else if user chose rock, but right in here, com chose scissors instead. Okay. So in this scenario, who will win? What do you guys think? Right, don't forget this. In this scenario, who do you think guys win? We will win, right? Okay. So let's type in print. Okay. Let's say you win. This time I write it all down in one string print statement. So you win. You have chosen rock while the computer has chosen scissors. So, make sense, guys? Can? So both this line is similar, just different ways we type in our print statement. Okay, so this one is more dynamic because it uses the value of user and comp here, while this one prints out one single line statement. But we know what the line statement will be because based on this situation will only be printed out if this line here is true. Okay, guys? If it's false, you keep going up to the next line and see which line is true. Okay, guys? So now they have programmed our interactions for rock. Let us go to paper and scissors. Okay, guys? Can. So this is a small recap. We have printed out the interactions if both of us got a tie. If we chose rock while computer chose paper, and if we chose rock and computer chose scissors. So how many interactions we have left? We have 1, 2, 3, 4 interactions left. So now, as you can see, guys, the next 4 lines of code will be very similar. It will be the same thing, but instead of rock, now it will be, for example, paper, and this will be rock, for example. So what we can do is, since the code will be similar, we can take and copy this line of code here, press in your right click, or press copy, or press Ctrl C. Go to next line, make sure it's at the starting, at the same length, and where our if, else, if all been there, and press in Ctrl, press in Ctrl V. And tada! What we have did, we have duplicated these 2 lines of code. You guys can? So what obviously you can write down by yourself, but we will duplicate at this scenario, okay? And now let us change the statements. So now we have done rock lose, rock win. So now let's do paper lose, paper win, okay? So type in paper here. And now for paper, paper loses against what? So let's look into our Python here. Paper loses against scissors. Let's change the computer's choice to scissors. And yeah, and the reason why previously I used the dynamic option is that now I do not have to change this line, because this line will automatically change depending on the values of comp and user. Okay, so now let's write in paper win. So type in paper here, P-E-I-P-E-R, and what does paper win against? Paper wins against rock, correct? So type in rock here. But since this line of code prints out a static statement, or static line of code. So we have write in you win, you have chosen paper, while the computer has chosen rock. Okay, so far does this understand? Do you guys understand why I duplicate the code? Can? Okay, I see quite good understanding. Yes, everyone seems to understand. Yes, can guys? Can? Okay, so you guys understand why I duplicated the code? Because the statements are very similar. It's just the conditions of when this statement will be printed. So previously it's rock lose, rock win. So now we have done paper lose, paper win. So the final two statements we need is scissors lose and scissors win. Right, correct. So do that. It's very similar. We go next line. Make sure we start at the same line here. See this line here? As if, else if. What this means, basically all this code equals to play, or it's under the function of play. Press Ctrl V again. And this time, let's put in scissors here. Scissors here. And so, this is the lose scenario. So, scissors loses against what? Scissors loses against rock. So, let's change our option to scissors and computer's option to rock. We don't have to change anything here. And now, for the scissors win scenario, we change our option to scissors and the computer's option to. So, what does scissors win against? Paper, correct? So, we put here paper. But since we are printing a static statement here, we have to change the rock here to scissors, while the computer's choice to paper. Okay, guys, so now we have actually done in all interactions. So we have the interaction if it's a tie, interaction if I'm rock and they are paper, interaction if I'm rock and they are scissors, interaction if I'm paper and they are scissors, interaction if I'm paper and they are rock, interaction if I'm scissors and they're paper rock, and finally interaction if I'm scissors and they are paper. So what else interaction is missing? Can you guys think? There's one more interaction left missing. Ken? I see a lot of Ken and good job guys. Ken? Okay, yes, correct. Good. So we have one more interaction missing, and that interaction is in case we write an invalid option. Like previously I wrote gun, right? So gun is not actually in scissors, paper, stone. So now to end this whole line of statement, let us put in an else conditional statement. Okay, guys? So this means that if all of the interactions above is false, that could only mean one thing, and that means we didn't play by the rules. We wrote down our own custom interaction. So to do that, we go back to the line here and write in else instead. Else, print out invalid choice. Please pick either rock, paper, or scissors. Okay, guys? And yes, that's all. So now we've created a function. Now I've created a function called play, and all this line of code is under play. So why we create a function? So because if I want to run this line of code, all I have to do is just exit this function, go back to normal line. That means a normal program will start at the edge line here, and type in the function's name, play, and your curly brackets here. And yes, guys, that's our program. We're done. So let's actually test our program, shall we? You press run. Okay, and yep. So the computer start by asking us a question. This is a rock, paper, scissors game, which is what printed here. Okay. Please choose either rock, paper, scissors, which is our here. So let's type in paper, and yes, as you see, right here, you have chosen paper. So you then check the interactions between us. So in this option, the computer has chosen rock. So what that means, the computer's value was 1, and using the play function here, it goes through each iteration and each situation and see if it is true. So since I am paper and the computer is rock, paper and rock, I'm paper, computer is rock. Let me check that. Okay, it'll be this interaction. So what it does, it prints out this line of code, which is you win, you have chosen paper, while computer chosen rock. You win, you choose paper, and computer rock. So yeah, that is our scissors stone game, guys. So yes, congratulations if you have managed to follow up so far and managed to complete this program. Good job. What you have done is complete a very simple Python program using if and else conditional statements to play rock, paper, scissors. So what do you guys think? You guys, yes, correct? Good job, guys. Yes, all understand? Yes. So yeah. So while this is very basic, using these concepts that I learned today, you can actually create huge games. I'm sure many of you guys have played games such as RPGs where there are many options that you can pick, correct? So most of the time, all these options are written through if and else. You know, it just goes through each and every option that you can choose and picks out the correct situation. So yeah, based on the concepts you have learned today, you can program all kind of programs and games and concepts and such. So yeah, this is the code we use. Don't worry, this video will be uploaded again. You can review and rewatch this to recheck again. But yeah, this is our code and this is the output. So let's try the game again. To try again, press run. This time let's try in rock. And oh, this time I lost. Okay, so as you see here, sometimes we have errors of no spaces. Do that. For example, you find the option here and give a space. Okay, so don't worry about that. So yeah, that's all. So you want to save your project, make sure you name it. So go to up here, change the title here to your name, like Python rock paper scissors. And to save, simply click in the save button here. So this option will only be available if we have created an account like me. Okay, guys? And yes, this is our program. Hope you guys enjoy. And yes, let's return back to our Python YouTube live. Okay? So guys, welcome back. First of all, congratulations on your own Python program. And let us review what we have actually learned today. But we have learned 3 main things today. So let me check how everyone's doing. Can understand? Yes, good job, guys. Yes, okay, yes. Yeah, we have learned 3 main things today, which is the random library we use to get the value of computer, conditional statements, which is if, else, and if, else, and functions. Okay, so now, if you guys are interested and this interests you and you want to learn more, we can actually go to the Embassy Education website to learn more. So let me go and let me bring you guys to the Embassy Education website, you guys. Yes, guys, welcome. This is the Embassy Education website, as you can see here, Embassy Education. So, as you can see, we actually have many different courses on available, including Scratch Junior for 5 to 8 years old, Scratch 3.0 for 7 to 12, Minecraft from 7 to 12, Python, which is what I showed you just now, which is from 9 to 14, Roblox, you guys are interested in Roblox, which is 9 above, 3D modeling, which is very artistic, 9 above, and finally Python Advanced, which is an advanced version of Python. And in this program, you actually learn very complicated programs such as building stock finders and WhatsApp automation. So yeah, let's look into the Python course. As you can see, in this Python course, we have up to 35 lessons. And in 35 lessons, you learn all the concepts you have learned previously and more, from the start to everything. So you can learn geometric figures, turtles, how to create snowmen, flowers, evening skies. You can see we have many options to learn and many concepts to learn in Python. Let's look through more. We can learn how to create a calculator. Oh, let's look at that. How to create a calculator. So how our course is assigned is that when you enter our lesson plan, they give you the goal of the lesson today. For example, today we're going to learn about real numbers, arithmetic operators, data input and output, and calculator. And how it does is that each lesson, the goal is to create one project, and each project, the action is divided into small videos. For example, the first action we have to put is to learn how to add up text and numeric values. So we can watch this short 1-minute video to teach you that concept.
This is Denis Garlikov.
Okay. Then for each action, we have one short video, all the way until we have, all the way until we have completed the project, and we'll give you homework where you can finish the homework and send it to us. My bad again, sorry. At this location here. Not only that, we should have a short test that you can answer, which will test your knowledge in this lesson. So you can see, what is the value of print 10.3 plus 2.7? Is it 14, 13, or 12? Okay. Once you're done, you will send in your results here, and we will check your results and your project. So as guys, if this interests you more and you want to learn more about Python and know how to create much more applications, do check out Embassy Education website. Okay. And yeah, because we have learned Python programming today, we're actually going to have a Python contest starting today. And the goal is very simple, is we want you to create a childhood game, can be any game, like Rock, Paper, Scissors, or Chiku Park, or any other games you've played when you're a child. But you have to create it through Python. And you have to send it to us by tomorrow, by the 11th of the 7th month of July, by 5 p.m. And the winner of this competition will be announced in our social media and will win a 50 ringgit coupon. So yes guys, if you want to win a 50 ringgit coupon, please do join the competition. And yeah, it will be announced in our social media account. And yes, that is all guys. Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you guys were able to complete the project and you guys have fun and learn something new. So, if you guys want to learn the secret of online learning due to the pandemic and now it's so hard to learn physically because there's chances of you getting COVID-19, please do visit this link to learn more about online learning. Don't worry, we'll send this link through our live chat. Next, if you guys do want to take part of the competition, do join this link below, which will let you join into a Telegram group where we'll be posting the information of the competition. And finally, you want to ask or inquire us more about Python programs or any other courses such as our Roblox or Python Advanced, please do contact and go to this link here or this number to ask more information. And that is all for today guys. Thank you so much. Hope you guys enjoyed, and yes, don't worry, we will be posting these 3 links down in the live chat, so please do take note and access them. And I hope all of you join our Python competition. So the goal of our Python competition is to create your favorite childhood game using Python. So it can be an advanced version of Rock, Paper, Scissors. Maybe some of you guys played the version with got guns inside. Yes, go ahead and create a game. Is there perhaps a way you could improve my Rock, Paper, Scissors game where you add in a way for it to loop by itself? Yes, go ahead and try that. The winner will win a 50 ringgit coupon, guys. So yes, a huge reward there, guys. Let's see how our chat's doing, guys. Ken? Okay, so yeah. So Roblox, what's that? Roblox is actually another course where we will learn to create Roblox games. So let's look into what we can learn in Roblox. Let's go through Roblox for a while. So I'm sure you guys have played Roblox before. You guys have played Orbeez, multiplayer games, and in this course, instead of playing Roblox, we will learn how to actually create the games that you play in Roblox. So let's look into one of the games that you can create. And one of the games you can learn is how to create a multiplayer battle royale game for Roblox. So let's look into one of the videos on how the game would look like, shall we? Let's look into it. As you can see, in this lesson, we'll learn how to create a multiplayer game. So guys, if you have ever played Hunger Games in Roblox and you want to learn how to create that, please do join our Roblox course and you will get access to create wonderful games. So let's look into how the game looks like, shall we? So this is the first video. Let's play it for a while. As you can see, this is how our website will look like. It's a Roblox game, okay guys? So yeah, let me turn back to our competition slide. Sorry guys, lagging a bit. Yeah, so this is our competition slide, guys. So the goal is very simple. Create a Python program of your favorite childhood game. It could be Rock, Paper, Scissors, or Chiku Park, or any other games that you played in your childhood, okay? It is a way that you can program to Python. Even games like Snake, or if you want to try be ambitious, Super Mario, that's a bit hard. Yeah, any Python game. It could be the same Rock, Paper, Scissors game that you create here, but you upgrade it, perhaps. Perhaps my code is very weak, and you can upgrade it. Sure, go ahead. Can guys, okay? So this is the contest. So what you have to do is join the link that will be shown here. This link here. This is a link to a Telegram group. Don't worry, the link will be sent in our live chat below. And join this group. You can see the competition details and send your project to us at that link right there to join our competition. And the winner will be announced in our social media accounts by tomorrow, 11th of 7th July, by 5 p.m. And the winner will win an RM50 ringgit coupon, guys. It's a lot of money, guys. A coupon. Come join us. Very simple game, very simple program, very simple contest. Create your favorite childhood game using Python. You can use an IDE if you guys know what's that. You guys can use Trinket if you guys not sure what IDE is. Okay. Then guys, can. So guys, any other questions, guys? Any other questions, Ken? So yes, I see many guys like Roblox. Yes, you can actually create games in Roblox through our courses and sell them for Robux, guys. So that's a way for you to get money, guys. See?
Welcome to Embassy Education.
This is our
now
Roblox
we
game.
have one final and relatively large task, and that is to make a multiplayer game in which players are going to be battling to be the last player standing in this sort of arena and become the winner.
See guys, we can learn how to create battle royale games in Roblox, guys. So yes, but for that now, please do join us in Python. So for whoever who's still a bit did not understand the Python project, you can contact us through WhatsApp here to perhaps arrange prior classes. Or don't worry, we'll be actually uploading this YouTube live in our YouTube account, and you can rewatch it, follow our code, and learn the project. But you guys want some tutor one-on-one classes where we will teach to you guys privately, then please do contact this link for more information, guys. Okay, guys, remember, don't worry, these links are all available at the live chat. So do access this link, guys. And that is all, guys. If you're done, you can leave. Make sure to join these links and access these links, okay, guys. This is not a Roblox giveaway, guys. This is a Python program, guys. But yeah, don't worry, guys. Yeah, Roblox. I know Roblox, guys. I'm very poor, guys. So if you want to get, perhaps you want to get money for Roblox, then perhaps join our Roblox course. Then create a good game, sell your game for Robux, and then you can earn money, right, guys? See? Yes, but first, before you can learn to create a Roblox game, you have to actually understand how to program these games. And to do that, you can join our Roblox courses, guys. So yes, please contact us for any more information, guys. And don't follow Ivan. Don't follow Roblox giveaway. It's a scam. Don't do that. Yeah, and don't use your parents' credit cards to buy Robux illegally, guys. Earn your Robux the correct way, which is create a game and sell it to them for Robux, guys. Okay. So to create a game, if you want to know how to create a game, very simple. Contact us through this WhatsApp link and join our Roblox course, guys, and also Python course, guys. Remember both these courses, Python and Roblox. Join these courses, so guys. That one, ask your parents, guys. Okay. Anything else? Any other inquiries, guys? Yes, do add yourself. I like how you guys are getting new friends. That's good. That's good. That's good. Yeah. So yeah, as you can see, some of my moderators have the widget of that sign there, this toolbar sign for that, guys. So yeah, that's all. I will end the live today. And yeah, thank you guys so much. Feel free to still talk and make friends in the YouTube live chat. Any information, please do access these links. Remember, guys, do join our competition, guys. It's very simple. All you have to do is create your favorite childhood game in Python. It could be any game. It could be a simple scissors, paper, stone like what I did here, Chiku Park, or anything other else, guys. Okay, guys? Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.